All right, so this is Josh. We're back here with part three. I did notice that there's a sort of an odd bug that occurs where my audio stays sort of constant and the video fast forwards through, and it's something that seems to happen with DxTory, the recording software that I use, and so it makes it look odd, but it's all legitimate. It's just what it is. So I'm thinking that maybe we want to actually replace this and build a harbor before we get the next boat out. Get the harbor done, and then that'll boost our gold per turn by a little bit, and then we can start looking at hopefully buying some cargo ships, and so we can spend our, because it's like I said, it's we have 8 slots we got to fill. I mean, just right now, we already have 8 slots we have to fill, and if we're going to be building all those at 6 turns a pop, that's just way too many. So, and I also noticed I neglected to bring my spy home. Just bring your spy home. We should be the tech leader. I'm presuming we are. Yeah, we definitely are. And that's sort of pathetic that we're not last in soldiers. But we're going to be tech leader for the whole game. So we just want to have the spy on our capital. Okay, so these great people, the first few of them, we definitely want to convert into great works.
The passions
we need something like 6 to 12 tourism total, just sort of to be defensive. The idea here, if we look at this thing right here, see, everybody's unknown to everybody, and so I don't think anybody here's, if anybody, it would be either Morocco or yeah, they haven't gone anywhere either. Portugal, yeah, okay. So let's say Morocco actually manages to get its game together and starts producing a whole bunch of culture, right? And say they become familiar to us, so that we know them, but they're unknown to us. They start putting pressure on us that leads towards unhappiness. And you never want to be more than one level behind the AI, especially if they've done something like taken a different religion and a different ideology or something like that. So you don't need a whole ton of tourism in order to just sort of get up to be familiar or whatever. You just need a little bit. You don't need tons of it. So don't feel like you need to go crazy in terms of tourism. But if you've got the opportunity to get some more, I mean, certainly take it. But don't go kind of nutso on it. And the other thing that I haven't mentioned yet that is really of paramount importance, and in One City Challenge, this is probably the most important thing that you can do, is to do this resource demanded. And I haven't bothered with it up to this point because we haven't been in a position where we can do anything about it. But now that we're meeting people, what we want to do is try to find, we want to try to connect gold, okay? And so we have 4 happiness. That's her last copy of gold. And who knows if she's actually going to, on this difficulty level, manage to connect anymore. And that's a really sweet deal. And I don't know why she's letting us. She must be getting gold from a city-state or something. I don't know what, but we're definitely going to accept that. That is a trade that normally costs a lot more than that. So never feel afraid to pony up 24 gold per turn once you can afford it to meet that quest, because it's the difference between it'll make a probably, in the end, something like 7 population or more in your capital. So it's the difference between having a really tall capital and having just a tall capital. So it's something you definitely want to pay attention to and make sure that you make every effort to do. So, all right, so what's left over here? Okay, so we can do Holy Order. Yeah, missionaries and inquisitors cost 30% less, but that means that we can't get religious texts so that it spreads 25% faster. But I think we're going to go ahead, because Itinerant Preachers was taken, which is on a fat map like this where the city-states are fairly far apart. That's the critical one to have. I don't think people are within 10 tiles here a whole lot. So these are obviously within 10 tiles. We haven't really done a whole bunch of scouting, but you know, like we got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, the religion is not even going to spread between these two cities. Might spread up into like there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So it's sort of 6 one way, half a dozen the other way. I hate bothering with it, and we're not generating huge amounts of faith per turn. Normally, I only really sort of try to do this, the whole thing of spamming out missionaries, when I actually get a wonder that produces faith. Because you sort of need to have about 15 faith in the beginning to get it started. And then once it starts to steamroll, it just steamrolls in a really, really nice way. But until it starts to sort of steamroll, it doesn't really do much. So, the cheaper missionaries, because we, I think we're going to do the cheaper missionaries because we don't have that much faith. So I think that'll and we'll be industrial era, and the missionaries are going to be 300 faith, and that'll bring it down to 200. So we'll be able to keep those a lot longer. So, and then I don't really care about any of these particular ones. None of these really make one difference to me. Although we are building wonders, we are kind of wonder whoring, so we might as well go ahead and take that and just get the extra faith. Yeah, so that popped us up to 17. So yeah, we should be able to actually produce some missionaries then. And then what we'll do here is we'll set this onto missionaries. Yeah, see, they're down to 210 faith per turn. And we'll probably send the first missionary down here into Nobamba. And that'll put pressure back, because this is should already be getting pressure from the capital. You know, work on getting him converted, and hopefully he'll start sending his own missionaries out and spreading the word, and you know, that if we can do, because my experience, Shaka he only founds religion by accident, that he never actually does it on purpose. And I'm going to hold off a little bit longer on the Forbidden Palace here. I don't think anybody's made it into the Renaissance yet. Let's just double check and make sure. Yeah, nobody's in the Renaissance yet, so we should be safe enough. We're going to build the bank so we can put the work the slot. Work the slot. That doesn't sound right at all, does it? Okay, so that was... Okay, I didn't pay very good attention to where that went. So we can maybe get a judge. We'll have to wait and see here. So I'm going to head... It says 7 turns now for printing press. But we should be able to get a feel here, actually, for... it says we've done 264 of 990. So we got 264. Astronomy was 7 turns. So we had... So say this was 917 divided by 5. Just say that that's 180 turns. So we had, say, 360 beakers, just, I'm guessing, left on that. And so we earned, let's just call it an even 500 beakers off of that research agreement, which is would have been 4 turns off of machinery. Okay, and that one would have been worth more on a higher difficulty level, and so that's the sort of the best we're going to get, is we're going to get 2 turns taken off a research agreement. Which doesn't seem very valuable. So I think maybe we might go ahead and sign one more round of those, and then I think we'll sort of be done with research agreements. Can't afford the cargo ship yet. And that was with Maria. who probably is broke anyways. Which is the other problem with this, is that, well, she's got the money. Are we still friends?
Bons dias.
Unacceptable. Yeah, see, we're already an era ahead of her. You have the choice here of either giving her 25 and 3, or just giving her 100 gold. And it's sort of up to you as to what you prefer. In this particular instance, I'm going to give her 25 and 3. But usually I just pony up the 100 gold. And that 100 gold, you have to pay a 100 gold surcharge for every era that you're ahead of the AI. When we get 2 eras ahead, it'll be 200 gold. And, you know, or a luxury. And so what you do is you give them a luxury, they give you gold per turn in response. So, always make sure that you forgive people for spying on you. Gives you a nice little diplomatic bonus with them. And it doesn't hurt. We are playing a peaceful game, so, you know, just forgive them. And all will be good. Actually, I don't have to stay in shallow water here anymore, do I? Sitting here trying to sneak around in the shallow water, and I don't have to any longer. Oh, we got a bank here. I think after the bank, I think we may have to just go ahead and build the Forbidden Palace. I think that might be what's happening there. King Solomon's Mines, huh? Up there in the snow. It's sort of weird. That's didn't we find another wonder up in the snow? For some reason I always just have this vision of King Solomon's Mines being... oh, we have an unmet civ here still. In the middle of the jungle. Alright, so it looks like Constantinople is now our best trader out there. Oh, across the river, okay. And you can, there's my cat in the background, coming up to demand attention. She wants to play Civilization with us. She's a big fan. And there goes the Great Wall. Oh boy. I guess we'll poke our head up over back in here and just see if there's anything there. So, okay, bank's done. Let's go ahead and do the Forbidden Palace now. Definitely want to get this guy. So 17 turns on the Forbidden Palace. And I don't really want to wait that long for the Forbidden Palace to build. Okay, so that takes us down to 6 turns. But I don't really want to give up any of these really nice... That's 9 turns to grow, which we can't afford that. Well, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Ireis considerar esta oferta?
It's pretty important that we have that merchant slot being worked, because we need to get another great merchant going here pretty soon. We want to get another. We want to get it. It would be really nice to be able to puppet another one of these city states. 3 in general is better than 2 for this. And okay, so what do caravels cost to purchase here? They're 600 gold apiece. So yeah, I think we'll get another caravan going. Sort of the magic number here is 100 gold per turn, and once you're sort of at 100 gold per turn, the game starts to move much, much faster. It's sort of getting to that point is the awkward part. But once you get to 100 gold per turn, you're pretty much pretty golden. So let's get another cargo ship. You know, because then, you know, at 100 gold per turn, that's 7 turns to buy a boat. You know, that's 5 turns to, buy a caravan, or a trade boat, whatever. You know, it ends up looking an awful lot. You know, it ends up taking the same number of turns to save the gold, right, as it does to just build the thing outright. So, you know, you can focus on, you know, building wonders and the essential buildings and stuff like that. rather than goofing around with building building stuff. Okay, so who do we want to puppet next? So let's head down here to Zurich, I think. I don't know if Zurich is who we're going to puppet, but we'll see if there's anybody else down there. There's a nice little bit of fog down there we never looked in, so. With any luck, there'll be something other than a mercantile city-state down there. And you'll notice that I'm actually moving my units like one turn at a time manually, even though I don't really have to. Oh, automatic faith purchase, awesome. It's a habit that comes with having barbarians on the map, and it's one that you want to be very careful to always use, because you never know when you're going to stumble into a barbarian, and a map like this where there's no barbarians sort of teaches you bad habits in terms of how to protect yourself from things. Okay, so we're going to take secularism, and then we're going to take scholasticism, and then we're going to come back down here and probably punch. I don't know, but I think it's sort of hard. It would be nice to get this bonus from the universities, but I also want these two over here. So I always sort of, I honestly haven't ever made up a decision as to what the most effective path through that particular thing is. So don't expect that to be optimal by any stretch as to which policy and which order is the best way to go. Hey, tier? I don't think I want to go that far away. So Malika has incense and jewelry. Zurich has gold and jewelry. And let's just look a little farther over. I don't want to get too far away because we need to make sure that whoever we go to has a harbor. Look, I can see the religions already all through here too. Singapore, and Singapore has incense and porcelain. Do you think there's a fourth one down here? Probably not. Okay, so I think what we want to do is go to Nobamba first, because I think we can convert Nobamba outright. Okay, so how far away? That's... Okay, so what do we have here in the way of city? Okay, so Jerusalem is where? Okay. Laja is where? It's a little closer, I guess. And I guess we met them because our boat went past them. Laja's actually not that far away from us, now that I'm looking at this. And it looks like there's some land in here too. Oda has entered the Renaissance era. Okay, well, do I want to run this guy all the way back up here? That's 8 turns to get back up here? Okay, so we'll just auto-run this guy back, which is once again another kind of a bad habit to do. Never, ever, ever auto-run your units. It's a nice way to get them killed, but no barbs is sort of a, Okay, so how far can I actually? I don't know if I can reach his city. I don't think I can reach his city and convert it on the same turn. I don't have open borders with him. But if I can get my religion into him, it'll make him a lot more friendly towards me. And he'll be much less likely to declare war on me later. Honestly, not that I really care if he declares war. I mean, it's a pain in the butt if he declares war, but it's not the end of the world. So. All right, so he is now converted. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, 4 followers, and we got more pressure going there. Oh, and this city's already been converted. Yeah, who is this religion? This is going to be the problem we're going to be facing. Okay, so this is Hinduism. Yeah, Indonesia just goes like freaking nuts on this, and it just drives me crazy. He's just going to spam missionaries everywhere, and we're just not going to be able to fight against it. It's just, you know, it's just not going to happen. Passenger crater's good. This is a food caravan, if I remember correctly. Alright, and I'm just about... Yeah, see, it's not powerful enough to get them converted. Alright, so we're done with printing press. So now it's architecture. Oops, sorry about that. And scientific theory. Make a proposal, and usually I propose the World's Fair right off the top. Everybody likes you for proposing the World's Fair, and but a lot of times I can actually vote it down if I don't want to get involved in it. So it's totally, I don't always want to build it, and a lot of times I do manage to get far enough ahead that by the time the World's Fair comes around, that it's industrial era, and I don't have to worry about what am I trying to say? The city-states count, and at that point, usually I have enough city-states that I'm doing all right. So I think we'll go ahead and turn that one into a great work also.
Happy is the man.
And it gives us 33 culture and 6 tourism, and probably the rest of those riders I'll probably save. Riders are very, very, very valuable because you can use them for spawning policies. So you just want to sort of save them up and then use them. Like I use them on the rationalism finisher so that I can time the rationalism finisher to finish exactly when I want it to. So they're pretty good for that sort of thing. So there's nowhere for this guy to go. So we can either wait until somebody actually builds something here that we want to put it in. Which I don't know if that's actually going to happen or not, or just go ahead and bulb them off. I think for now we'll just go ahead and save them. Make sure when you're automatic faith buying that you don't have a civilian in your religious city, because if you do, you can't faith buy in that city. The automatic purchase won't occur. Yay! About time. Alright, so is there anybody else up there? Alright, so we killed a Zulu spy again. Been promoted, missionary's been purchased. Sistine Chapel is really nice to have. That culture boost really, really, really helps a lot. A great deal. This national epic is something that we really want a great deal also. The Leaning Tower of Pisa, I'm going to go ahead, I think I'm going to build this, and then I think I'm going to bulb the Sistine Chapel with it, is what I think I'm going to do. We can use this for either a scientist or a great engineer. Either one is a pretty good way of using it. But in the meantime, I think we're going to pop out some workboats. It'd be nice to get those fish going, and now that they're down to sort of one turn to make, it would be pretty nice to have them going. And I should have bought another caravan. So yeah, definitely get. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do with him. Cargo ship, food. Yes, I totally moved the wrong unit there. Okay, yeah, workboat. Because whatchamacallits can't fish. Wow. There's only one. I thought they had more movement points than that. I thought they had like 4 movement points. Anyways. Okay, so yeah, let's build another workboat. Let's buy another cargo ship. And we really need to get this other city-state going here pretty soon. At the very least, we want to have 3 puppets before we research industrialization. Because I'm pretty sure we're going to take order. So that's the easy way to do that is to I guess we'll just send him down there. Yeah. And he's only got 1 movement point up there. All right. I guess maybe it's only in the water that they get the extra movement point. So put that one there. Swim this guy down here. Oops. There we go. Yeah, for some reason they got 4 movement points in the water. I don't really understand it, but they do. Okay, so what does Laja have here? Laja has gold, and we have gems. Okay, so I think Laja's looking better by the moment. We'll send this guy up here to make sure there's not a city-state sitting up in there, but yeah, I think Laja is a good way to go. I think Cape Town is the only food one we've met so far. Yeah, it is. So we don't want to lose. We want to be allies with Cape Town because they give us food, and food is good. All right, so we definitely want the workshop, and then I think we'll start working on the wonders. Yeah, see, now we're up to 121 gold per turn. And this is the point at which the game sort of starts to move at a pretty decent pace. That until we reach that point, well, there's no city-state up there. Alrighty. If there isn't, there isn't. Yeah, I think Laja might be decent.
Ireis considerar esta
Sure, let's be
oferta?
friends. So after we do this, there will be 4 citizens, and it still won't be the majority religion. Okay, we got 8 happiness, and we got gold. Well, let's do it. All right, so what do we have here? We got all sorts of goodies. We got the aqueduct, which is free. Monument free. Got a lighthouse. Got a library. No university, which we do need to put universities in both of our things. It does have the harbor, which is excellent. So, yeah. So that's excellent. Excellent. And we can afford to buy a cargo ship, and we'll send that over there, and we'll send more food back to our capital, and we'll send another one up to them too. I feel like I'm getting ready to prove the world is round. Okay, so let's make sure we can. Okay, so yes, we can send food to Laja, which means that Laja can send food to us. And okay, majority religion. Good deal. Good deal. Let's just poke around here a little bit. It doesn't look like you have anything to do, so I'll put you to sleep. And hey, look, a trireme. Actually, can we upgrade that thing? I don't remember what triremes upgrade into. I think we have to get to the navigation or something to upgrade it. Oh, no, we can. To a fair amount. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Totally awesome. Alrighty. Alright, so there's a caravel over here. This guy's going on auto explore. And then you're sending food back to Venice. So the workshop's done. And now we're gonna okay, the personal, that's available. Wow, we are like, I'm definitely running behind here on stuff getting built in appropriate places. And this was the archer that belonged to this city, so I think we'll actually keep this guy back here. I think is what we'll do. And I do need to acquire another caravel. Sort of in a pretty urgent way. These states are good. Economics. I'm just gonna stick him in there, put him to sleep. Because with freedom, or with tradition, he's free. So let's get, oh, we're building a university here in 4 turns. So let's go ahead and buy the university. Oh, we can get an observatory. Okay, that's so awesome. So we'll definitely do that. And we need to get a food trade route back there. Theodora has entered the Renaissance. Missionaries are good. And Ulundi converted back? Oh, come on. Oh, there's so much pressure coming the other direction. Well, if we bomb this city next, it's just going to get converted back again. Yeah. This might just be a waste of faith. I mean, it just, I get really impatient with it. I hate doing it, and like I said, it might just be a waste of faith. Hey, look, an impy. I guess this is the point at which we're supposed to be nervous, huh? Yeah, let's keep the gold going, I think. And we'll save the great scientists. Okay, the rule of thumb with the great scientists is plant all of them until scientific theory. That's sort of the rule of thumb. So if you're sort of making that run, you know, you're 1 or 2 techs away, and you're, you know, but making that final run for scientific theory, just go ahead and save your great scientists. And then bulb them 8 turns after you get plastics and have your basically it's your maximum science output, because that's what the city uses, what it uses. So let's see if we can connect spices here from anybody. Okay, Maria's got spices. Luxury resources, spices. What do you want for it? Yeah, see, she wants all of our luxuries, and we don't have the happiness to spare. So what we can do, and this is something you're just going to have to do and live with. We have no spare luxuries, but we can get another one of those going, right? I don't know if she wants, well, she might want horses. Do you want horses? She wants horses. Okay, so we'll offer her pearl so we can improve another one, this, and then see what she wants in exchange. So we're not going to give her open borders. The gold is worth 10 per turn, not 8, but 10. And the open borders are worth 2. So that's going to be 12 per turn plus that 2. So this is going to be 12 gold per turn. Take away that. I don't want. Okay, so why is this? She'll give us 11. So we need to offer her 13. She's putting a pretty high value on her. See, she's putting a high value on our
Muito bem.
and that way, at least the trade is happiness neutral, and we can now just buy the workboat. Buy the workboat. There. All right. That way we don't have to worry about going unhappy. 21 gold per turn. No. Send this guy down here. Keep busting the fog. Come in here and 6 citizens. That's right. It is now mine. All right. So we got that far. And now we're going to go ahead and take this because we're getting to the point now where we're going to be actually throwing money at the AI and trying to get allies going. Just about there. We're pretty close to it. All right, so now we're happy again. And let's send him over here. Oh, that totally sucks. Oh, I should have moved him 1 turn less, and I would have been able to convert that same turn. Oh well. Was a misclick. Alrighty. Just bust every last little piece of fog there is to bust. And 2 citizens. Yeah, this is not being easy to do at all. I mean, getting into these guys is going to totally suck. But these are going to be a little easier to convert because there's fewer citizens there. But missionaries just don't have a lot of power is the problem. I forgive you, Shaka. I forgive you. Alright. 25% increase in great people in all cities. Which is one of the huge reasons you want it. You want that increase in great people. And so the question now is, do we just go ahead, because we want the porcelain tower too for the great scientists. But I really want the Sistine Chapel for the extra culture. So it makes a certain amount of sense to go ahead and take a great engineer and bulb the porcelain tower because it takes longer, and then hard build the Sistine Chapel. But my guess is we can probably hard build all of these things. But I'm not 100% convinced we will and we do need to get this ironworks up because this is going to be a pretty substantial increase in production here. So, yeah, so the Sistine, the AI likes to build the system. They like it quite a bit. And we definitely need to get the East Indies. We've got a lot of things here that we really need to get built. And I don't want to waste turns on the Sistine Chapel when we need East India, we need the National Epic, we need the Porcelain Tower. We got things that we actually need to build. I think we're going to go ahead and bulb that. So we'll take the Great Engineer. And then we're just going to rush it. And then we'll hard build the other part. Make sure we really are working nothing but food tiles here. We definitely want to keep our growth going really nicely here. We don't want to stop growing. And I'm saving gold right now so that I can actually purchase the public school, which is getting ready to come up. And so we'll just save him. And then production, we are going to build the ironworks first. That's what we're going to do. And we still don't have a place for him. But if we go ahead and do this, it should speed up all of that process just a little bit. And that'll be good. Okay, so yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. Yeah, we can be friends. And we still have 4 slots to fill. Still have 4 slots to fill. And I did forget to set my timer again. I know I'm getting close to an hour because I was thinking about making dinner here about an hour ago by my watch. So I'm going to play a couple more turns here, and then we're going to go ahead and do the next one. There's scientific theory. Okay. Excuse me. Put a little water down there. Choose research. All right. So where do we go from scientific theory? We can run into industrialization, but we're not going to save, assuming we even have coal, right? That that one of these mines has coal underneath it. So industrialization in 8 turns. We would need to have 3,000 gold saved in 8 turns, which in 8 turns we're going to have about 2,600 gold. So we could see how long it's going to take to build. So with that other guy, we're talking probably 5 turns to build the public school. And then, assuming we even have workshops. Yes, yeah, okay, he's got a workshop. And he's got a workshop. Okay, so we could conceivably have the gold, that we could get it all done in 10 or 11 turns to get our ideology. Which is better than going this way, because this is going to be closer to 30, because we don't have the schools up everywhere. So I think that, yeah, what we're going to do here is I think we're going to just take the gamble that we actually have coal, I think is what we'll do. So we've got a spy recruited. And I'm just going to go ahead and toss these guys right away into the AI rather than bothering to rig elections here. And also, you should notice I've made basically 0 effort to meet any of these quests that are going on here, and it's because I'm really not worried about it. Though I really should be sort of focused. These cultural ones are very, very desirable, and we really want them allied. So far, I mean, I suppose if we could easily connect salt here. But the AI is just being pretty bad about, see, they've got 1 copy of every luxury. On higher, I guess, yeah, he's got 2. But on higher difficulty, they actually do manage to improve their resources and get them available out there to, trade with. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save the game right here, and I'm going to go eat dinner, and we'll be back for part 4.